Okay, it says I'm live again. Ah, all right. Who's in here? Hi, Starbuck. Hi, Giovanna. Hi, Holly. Oh, YouTube is messing with things. I wish they'd leave it alone. Leave it alone, YouTube, till you get it tested thoroughly before you put stuff live. I'll tell you, I am really bummed out. They have control of my camera. They have control of my browser. Everything's slow. Everything slows down through them. I can't get a hold of things. I turned mute on when that phone rang, and I couldn't get it turned off again. I could not get it turned off again. So my other browser went silent when my other stream went silent, and I couldn't get the sound turned back on because YouTube had control of everything. YouTube, let me have control. Jeez. Oh, that made me mad. Oh, dear. Let's see who's in here and what they're saying to me. Oh. Hi, Vicky. Yeah. Oh, you can hear me at the end? Well, I was not very happy. I was not a happy camper. I don't know why they have to mess up a good thing. They took away Hangouts. It was a good thing. They took it away from us. Now they're messing with the streams. Now, I can't end my streams. It won't let me end my streams. They grab a hold of it. I could say I'm done, and it would just be out there for the next 6 hours because I can't get a hold of it again. And so I go back to my old studio. They're trying to create a new studio creator dashboard for us, but it's a mess. Oh yeah, they got their they got their analytics going, but they're messing up everything else. It just makes me mad. So I go back to the live control room on the old version, and I can finally end my stream. Now they're taking that away. I'm just saying, forget it, YouTube. Leave it alone. Jeez. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Deep breath. I had my deep breath at 7 o'clock this morning. All right. So I was talking about Aunt Beck. I don't know. Is she back in here? Is Aunt Beck back in here? Aunt Beck announced that she is not going to do her streams on Wednesday nights. Now, I messaged her for her, and she just gave me a thumbs up. So I don't know what she thinks about that, but I'm going to take that time slot, and if she's there, if she wants to do her stream, she can have it. But I want to save that stream for her because we love you, Aunt Beck. She and Scott are trying to get that house finished, and I'm going to stream at 7:30 on Wednesday nights on the nights that Aunt Beck isn't there. And if somebody else is streaming, I'm sorry, I'm streaming if Aunt Beck isn't there. All right? All right. She streams at 8 o'clock, though. She could message me and let me know if she's going to stream, or if you guys see her on, I'll bop off. But I want to save that time slot for her, because what I'm afraid will happen is somebody else will grab that time slot. So, and mind if somebody's streaming, but what I mind personally is when people come into my live stream and say to me, Mary, somebody else is streaming, and announce to all my viewers who are watching me that somebody else is streaming at the same time I am. Now, I don't mind if you stream at the same time I do. Go for it. I don't care who you watch as a viewer. You're adults. You want to watch who you want to watch. That's fine with me. But don't come into my channel while I'm streaming and tell me that somebody else is, and all my viewers, that'll set me into a worse tailspin than what YouTube did to me this morning. That's just unethical. All right? All right. Would you, if you start a Facebook group, how would you feel? A lot of these Facebook groups, they do not allow other people to come in and promote other Facebook groups. They say, go start your own Facebook group, but don't come in here and start promoting it. So that's how I feel about my channel. All right. Let's go on to my thrift haul that I was going to do. This put me into a real tailspin, I'll tell you. Don't think Mary is a sweet person, because there are things that get me upset just like everybody else, and those are a couple of them. I got this game at the thrift store yesterday. It's a Milton Bradley reproduction of the Milton Bradley original lithographers game, Checkered Game of Life. The Checkered Game of Life. Over 100 years ago, Milton Bradley of the Milton Bradley Company invented his company's first game. The following is an account of the development of that book, written in 1960 by James J. Shea, chairman in 1960 of the board of the Milton Bradley. The title of the book is called It's All in the Game, and this is excerpts from Chapter 3, and this is all about Chapter 3. In the late summer of 1860, Milton Bradley felt depressed. Thank God! Thank God that there are famous people who get angry and feel depressed. He was troubled. Mary gets troubled. Milton Bradley got troubled in 1860 over the tense state of the nation and his sense of personal failure. Not a single order could he find anywhere for his idle lithographic press. There was a marked economic recession that summer as the American people focused their attention on politics and the growing crisis created by slavery. Now, that was in 1860. Our Civil War started, 1861? I know it ended around 1865. 1865, I think, is when our war ended. So those years between 1860 and 1865 were really tense years in our country. So here it is. Here's the game. Let's open it and go on. I figured if this isn't what I wanted, then you know what? I would probably make a good box out of that. Oh, look at this. Look at this. The Checkered Game of Life. Patented March 30th, 1866. Oh, look at these. Look at these designs. We've got a design there, and that follows on all the other red checkers here. Wealth 10, matrimony, gambling, happy old age, perseverance to success, truth, politics, intemperance, crime, happiness, idleness, success, Congress, honor, Cupid, and to matrimony. Here's matrimony, and here's Cupid to matrimony, and government contract to wealth. So I guess they think if you get a government contract, you're going to get wealthy. Perseverance goes to success. Here's idleness goes to disgrace. Where's disgrace? I don't see any disgrace on here. Idleness to disgrace. I guess you get disgrace someplace here. I don't see any disgrace. All right, let's see what's in here, though. That's what I'm interested in. Here's the Checkered Game of Life. This is the instructions, rules of the game. And then this is just an empty slot. Let's turn it this way. Here's the pieces, I guess. Oh, this is a box. Oh, they're tops. Oh, look, there's a spinner. Oh, and I wanted to talk about Aunt Bex when she doesn't do her streams. I'm going to stream in her time slot while she's not doing it. When she wants to do it, I want to save it for her. But what I wanted to say was I'm going to do Dirty Dozen prompt games. And look, here's a, oh, it's not a spinner, it's just a move. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, one square up or down or right. You have a top. You must spin the top. You must spin the top and it must land on something. I haven't read the rules yet. And there's just, oh, look, each player must get and you must advance through. That must be how you do it. Something like that. It's got 4 spinners, 1, 2, 3, 4 spinners and 4 little tiles. How cool is that? Let's put this back. For 2 to 4 players, it says. The old, reliable checkered game of life. This is one of the oldest and best of juvenile games. That must be why I like it. A pioneer among the moral and instructive amusements that have been welcomed into our homes for the past 15 years and have broken down deep-rooted prejudice against all pastimes. 2, 3, or 4 persons can play this game, and each player is represented by one counter, which is entered at infancy. Oh, that's fun. I think this certainly was worth $1. So we'll see. Thank you, Aunt Tizzy, this morning. Blame YouTube. Blame YouTube for my tizzy. Oh, look, this goes. Oh, and this goes back in here. I love this board. I love this vintage board. I don't know if I'll do anything with that. I'll probably save it for a while and not do anything. The tops intrigue me, and those little spin cards, or those little cards intrigue me. I love the lithograph here. I think this would make a really fun pencil box, but we'll see. All right, what else did I get at my thrift haul? Well, this wasn't thrift haul. This is Walmart again. You might check. They have their fabrics divided up into like the cottons and the prints and the batiks, and then there's a heavier fabric, which is, I wouldn't call it an upholstery fabric. This is more like a duck fabric. It's a heavier fabric, but you know how I got that pretty red fabric? Well, here's some white of the same design. And I like this so much. They had black, white, and red. But I got a yard of the white just because I liked it so much. And I know I'll be using this for something. So you might want to check your wall, the batiks. Oh, have a good time. My brother said he's going fishing. He handed me a note. He says, Jim and I are going over to Crystal Lake by air for a few hours. See ya. Well, I'm glad he's not going alone. And of course, I'm buffering. Just make me mad here by buffering. I suppose I should not come on when I'm in this kind of a mood, but they put me in this mood. They put me in this mood. All right, let's see what you guys are saying to me. Welcome back, Starbucks says. Giovanna says, are you there? You are there, Mary? Welcome back, Mary. Holly says, hi, Holly. Hi, Giovanna. Hi, Starbucks. Hi, Yvette. Welcome, the Yvette. You caught me at a bad time. This is the first time I've seen you in a stream. I've been cussing out YouTube. They have control. They put control over our browser and our camera, and it's just messy. I can't end my streams. We could hear you at the end, Holly says. You probably heard me cussing at him. Kimberly says hi again. Hi, Kimberly. Hi, Kimberly. Hi, Deborah. Rhonda tells me to take deep breaths. Deep breaths aren't helping me this morning. Kendra says hi, everybody. I missed my stream this morning. I should have got up at 4 o'clock to stream. I turned over and went back to bed. Yeah, we love Aunt Beck. We love you, Mary. Yeah, I like Aunt Beck. I'm going to miss her a lot. I'm going to miss her Dirty Dozens. I've already missed some of them. And I'm missing the Pick 10s. So I'm going to do some myself, and I'm going to do it on Wednesday night. So I don't know. I'll probably start at 7:30, and if she's not streaming, she starts at 8 o'clock Eastern, which is 7 my time. So if she's on, I won't go on. If she's not on, I'll start a stream at 7:30 Central, and if she's not on, I'm going to start it anyway. So if somebody else is streaming at the same time, okay, starting it. I'm kind of in that time slot for Aunt Beck. Yeah. Well, there are too many pibs are streaming to avoid the overlap. Yeah, there are a lot of people, pibs in my stream. It's friends in the box. There are a lot of people streaming, and you can go to who you want to go to. You're adults. And I don't mind that. In fact, I want you to go. I don't want you in my stream if you don't want to be there, you know? And if you can go to 2 or 3 streams at the same time, fine. That's fine too. I don't mind all of that. And I don't mind if somebody's streaming at the same time I am. But what irks me and what gets me riled up is when somebody comes into my stream and announces that somebody else is streaming at the same time and kind of says, come on over to us. That bothers me. That's just against my etiquette rules. So don't do that because you'll get me worked up. And, you know, you can watch whoever you want to watch. That's not the problem with me. That's not the problem. The problem is when people stream at the same time I do and other people come in and announce their stream. You know, that's just, you know, and I know other people are going to stream at the same time I do. And you know, Shelly has forever. Shelly has her own community that, you know, it doesn't bug me at all. All right. That is a neat game of love the design. It is, Holly. Becky's here now. Yeah. Hi, Becky. Yeah. Becky isn't it. She wants to keep your... Yeah. Yeah, I want to keep Becky's time slot available for her because I want her just to be able... And I'm going to do Dirty Dozens. I'm going to call them Becky's Dirty Dozen. And, you know, that's what I'm going to do. And when I'll only do it if I don't see Becky on already. She'll come on Wednesday nights at 8 Eastern, which will be 7 Central. And if I don't see her on at 7:30 Central, which would be 8:30 her time, then I'll come on. If I see her on, then I won't come on. I'll go join her because I like her. Oh, hi, Holly. Hi, Samantha. Yeah, that would make nice tea towels. Except for, I guess, if I used them for tea towels, I'd want to stain the fabric and use it in art. I'll go buy some dollar store towels for my tea towels. Yeah, that is pretty material. Okay, I'm going to need to move on here. Yvette is here. Hi, Lady True North. Welcome, welcome. You kind of got me at a bad time because YouTube was messing with me. I'm going to message them. They announced on their creators that they're taking away the live control room from the old version, and that's the only way I can shut off my damn stream. Oh, they just get you coming and going. All right, let's go on to the thrift haul. Let's go on. I don't have a big thrift haul. I'm trying to get my bag out here. I got a couple tops because I like to wear them around the house. It cost me $3 a piece, and they're nice tops. They're nice. I got this one. You'll probably be seeing me wear this one. Sometimes you'll see my shoulder or something, but I'll be wearing this one yet this late summer. I wash them first. Thrift store, wash them, but be careful. Wash them in cold water first because I've shrunk a couple. And then I got this one, which is long sleeved. So I'll be wearing this one later in the winter. These are nice tops. For $3, you can go. They pay $12+ for something like this, depending on where you get it. I got some DMC cards like that. I got 2 of them. They're the numbers. I thought I could use these on Pick 10s when they call for numbers. They were 25 cents a piece. No, they were 50 cents a piece. That says $2.49 from somebody, but they were 50 cents. And then I got a stamp set for $3. And it's got handprints, a label, a thank you. It's got a flourish. And I don't know what that one says. Let's open it up. See, when I went to mail my letters yesterday, I went to a different place than my regular place here in the county library. I went to the other post office. Yeah. And somebody brought in a whole bunch of stamps that they didn't want anymore at different prices. That this one says baby. These are Stampin' Ups. These are handprints. The word says baby, a label, a kind of a flower flourish. Another flower here. I kind of like these. These will make nice borders. This says bliss. Thank you. I like this flourish. I'm lagging. Am I on the red dot? Yeah, I have the red dot, but I'm lagging. Oh, and I have the word friend. So I got those. I love going to that thrift store. I got this. I only paid $1 for this. It says it's skirt binding, superior quality Paris. But it's more of a velvety. I imagine it's only $1 because it's getting, well, let's open it here. Pinned. Let's open it. Put my pin there so I can find it again. See, it's getting brown around. It's a velvety ribbon. And they called it skirt binding. I guess if you were wearing a wool skirt or a heavy material, but it's velvety. And I suppose they put it on sale because it's getting old on the edges, but I don't mind that. Wow, look at all that. I love it just for decoration. I would take this and just use it as a decorative piece. For $1, bargain, except for they put Scotch tape on it. Why couldn't they just put that someplace where I'm going to talk to them? But then if I talk to them and tell them that it's, you don't want to spoil it, then they'll say, well, how much is it really worth? $1. Just don't put it on the top here where it tears everything off. See, it's tearing my... There. We'll leave that. I don't want that on there. I'll put it like that. I wish they wouldn't do that. They could easily, put something here and put their label there or something. They could do something else rather than ruin the piece. Or even put it in here would be nice. No, they have to go put it across there. I don't know. Give Mary something to grump about. So I got that. And then the other two things that I got were these books. I got these books, a fountain to fountain walking tour through Hastings. This is the town that has those little bronze statues. Hastings is the town that my mother grew up in. And gosh, we did school shopping. That's almost as much of a home to me as it is to her. Let's see if I can zoom in a bit. Oh, is my autofocus on? I didn't turn my camera settings back on when I don't like that they control my browser. They control my camera, they control my browser, they control my life. Oh. All right, hold it. Let's see if I can turn autofocus off. I'm waiting for the settings to come on. And if I complain to them, they'll say, oh, it's your system. It's your system. No, you took control of my system. I liked it the other way. Of course, they don't care what I like. My cursor jumps around. Let's see if I can turn it off. I'm grumpy. I'm mad at YouTube. Now, let's see if I can zoom in. They'll say, well, quit streaming if you're mad at us. No. However, well, we won't go into that either. Don't get me started, Mary. All right, you can see this a little better. But my mother could tell you about all of these houses that they're showing. They're showing all these houses here in Hastings. I don't see the fountains. They're focusing more on houses and buildings than. So this was interesting. I paid $1 for this booklet, but it was entirely worth it. And they got Scotch tape on it again. Why do you do this? You know, I think what I'm going to do is when I buy something like this, I'm going to sit there at the counter and show them how hard it is. And they'll say, get some gook on. They say, no, put it on the inside cover. That's how I'd be telling them today if I were there, the mood I'm in. Mary is not always a sweet person. Mary's human like everyone else. All right, then the other book I got was The Tower of London. And I thought this was cool. Somebody went to London. There were some other booklets on London, but I didn't want to pay $1 a piece for them. I thought this one was cool. This one was $1 too. This one I don't mind as much because it's glossy and that came right off without tearing anything. But look at these knights. Look at these knights. Mary's going to do fussy cutting. Yes, she is. Fussy cutting. This will make a really fun. Well, I want that though, but this will make a really fun junk journal. Fussy cut, blue book items. That's why I got it. This would make a neat inside. I'm not so crazy about this. This is cool. This was probably a souvenir booklet that they brought home with them. There were 2 or 3 different ones, but I like this one. So that was my thrift haul. So now what I want to do, I'm not going to do an ATC or anything like that today. What I want to do is I want to work on my shadow box. And I showed what I was doing. And by the way, let's go to the community tab. I put up Mina's. She sent me 4 pictures. Let's see. Let's go out there to my channel, to my community tab. And I put up the post where, now, they won't let us expand the picture, but if you go there, you can see it. Now, I'm going to, these are 3 of them together. She's doing the illuminated letters, and she's doing them on 3x3 pieces. And she sent me the close-ups of each one, but I wanted to show them all together as she sent them. So I thought I'd put that one in first. And I'm going to let this sit until this afternoon, and then I'll put in the A, and I'll let it sit 3 or 4 hours, and then I'll put in the B, and like that, because of notification stuff. All right, let's go back to my stream here. I want to take out, I started one Friday night, but that's more of an example. I want to do one, and I'm going to use pencil here to make my lines. This is 16 weeks. Now, Mina is Mina's inspired. And, of course, pencil here. I'm going to do 3x3, 16 weeks. And it's going to be a shadow box. This is not for illuminated letters. This is for shadow box. So I want to go up 3 inches. And you guys saw me do this if you were in my Friday Night Live. But what I want to do is start the one that I'm going to do for real for my, the other is more for demonstration. And I'm going to also, not in this stream, but I'm also going to work on my illuminated letters. And I thought what I do for one of my illuminated letters is tatting, my tatted, illuminated tatted letters. And I might do that Friday night. So I'm going up 3 inches. Let's go up 6 inches here. Mark it at 3. There. And I'm going to border this with washi tape. And I don't think, whoops, well, that's okay because it's in pencil. And I don't know, I'm in such a mood, I might do a carving today, right, while I'm streaming, because this won't take me that long. I'm having all sorts of fun doing carvings, eraser carvings. And yay, my Walmart got more Pentel erasers in. So I thought I bought 6 packages yesterday, but I glanced at the receipt and she only had it for 5. So I don't know if one got missed or she didn't, or, you know, I was just glancing at it. So I haven't opened my bags yet to see if there are 5 or 6 in there. Now I want to do 3 across. So I might do a pencil, an eraser carving. That might calm me down a little. 3, 6, 9, 12, and 15. Of course, I did it on the wrong. I should have done it up here. 3, 6, 9, 12, and 15. 3. Oh, Vicki Ross, are you still in here? Is Vicki Ross still in here? Hi, Nancy. Hi, Ruth. Buffering. Ladies buffering. I wanted to ask Vicki Ross. She did that wonderful stream on... she probably got tired of me grumping. On Silver Point. And she uses a silver wire, lead, a silver, and she said you could use copper. I haven't seen her respond. She probably got tired of me yakking. But I guess I'll have to message her because I want to know if the beading, if I got a nice strong silver wire from the beading section, if that would work. Well, actually, I got some at Walmart yesterday, so I guess I'll try it. But I won't know if it'll be the silver or the substrate that I'm using. Let's see. Then what I want to do now is I want to put washi around the edges. And see, I've got 15 here. 3 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is 15. And then this is the 16th one. So what I want to do, and I think I'll use... Hi, Aunt Beck. Should I start on Aunt Beck's again? Do I want to use this? Do I have enough? I wonder if I have enough. I think I might have enough of this purple, but it's not exactly... I want to border this in a washi. Let me dump them all out again here. I have a bottleneck here. I want a dark one. think I'll use that one. All right, let's put them all back in now. Mary's just having a good time here. What I'm going to do here with these shadow boxes, and what I'm challenging my viewers to do, is do one section of divide your paper. Well, I'm using 16, but do one a week. 16 weeks should take you to about Christmas. And what I want to do is theme each shadow box according to something that happened in my life. Like I went to the library sale last week, and that's what I want to document in my shadow box. Now you could combine two of these, like I was showing in my demo one. Let's get my demo one out here. Here it is. For those of you that were not in my Friday stream, most of you may have been, but this is the one I did Friday. And what I was saying was you could divide these out. Like I divided it out this way vertically, and then I divided these out. So you could arrange your shadow box any way that you want to. These are the ones I did Friday night, but the washi's not glued down here. So what I want to do is one where my washi tape is all glued down. And that's all I'm going to do in this stream. And then I think I'll go, hi, Ed Beck. I think I'll go carve an eraser. See if that'll put me in a good mood. Uh-oh. Can't find these washi tapes that I get at Walmart. Sometimes it's hard to find the stream. So I mark it here to know where I'm going. Then I take my palette knife and just kind of go like this to see if I can find, if you can find a change in design on this, you might be able to find the beginning of it. Once you find the beginning, fold it back so you can find it the next time. Here it is. So that's how I find the beginning of the tissues when I can't find the beginning of it. Now I'm going to turn this way because I find that I can get things straighter when I look at it at this angle because I can see it better. So this is going to be the border of my official shadow box. The one that I do on Friday nights is just going to be a demo one. But I want to do a nice finished one where I'm thinking about it more. And what I'm going to do for week 1, not here, because all I'm going to do here is put the border on, if I can get it straight. What I'm going to do for my week 1 is document that I went to that library sale, and I'm just going to find that was a watercolor rag there that you saw, if you saw that fly off my scissors. All right. So let's do this one. Now, Becky, I think Becky put hers on the middle of her pencil mark. So it won't be, your border will take up a little bit of your 3x3 square. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to run my washi tape right down the center as much as I can of my pencil mark. And I'm going to collage library books, but I might end up doing a watercolor painting in one book, or I know here in September, I think it's the 4th week in September, around the 23rd or so, we've got here in Nebraska, which is one reason why I refused to join the that 4-month spending freeze. I've been looking forward to this all year, and that's that 350-mile garage sale. And I missed it last year because we did a Zoom that weekend, and I needed to be there for the Zoom. So I missed it last year, and I wanted to go this year, and I've been looking forward to it all year, so I refused to join that. 4-month spending freeze. You guys are nuts. I would have a 4-month cut down, but I only get to, I do a lot of thrift store shopping, and as far as actually buying product, I only buy product about once a month anyway when I go up to Hobby Lobby. And I have to tell you, I'm got enough paper. I had to go to Walmart yesterday to get some paint. I was running out of red paint, red and yellow paint I bought at Walmart yesterday. And I found the erasers. The school the school sales that they have mid-August, all the erasers got taken up. Well, they restocked them, and they're selling those Pentel erasers 3 for $1.46, which is a good price. So, and I want some for Carved December, and I want some for doing my vintage pieces that I'm doing. And I'm not looking at chat while I'm doing this, by the way. I want to get this done. This will be my official shadow box. And every week I'm going to do something to document something that happened in my life that week. Like I went to the library sale. The last week in September is that 350-mile garage sale, and I want to go to that. And I don't know if I'm going to get this all up there good. I'll try. I better turn this to see what I'm doing here. So thank you to those of you who are coming in and put up with me this morning. I was in a good mood until YouTube muted me permanently. Talk about permanent muting. YouTube got sued by the Federal Trade Commission, or fined by I don't know if they were sued. They were fined by the Federal Trade Commission for $170 million. I don't know if you've seen that in the news or not. Daryl Eves, if you watch Daryl Eves, he's got a segment about it. But they're mainly hitting the children's channel and the gamers is who they're hitting, because they got, I'm sorry gamers, I'm sorry children, but if you don't put out crap, and Daryl showed the one that they demonetized of his, and they were shooting paintballs, but they put black hoods over the people. Well, duh, what does that remind you of? And even though it was an innocent enough video, it was still kind of creepy. And I think, I'm sorry. I understand the gamers. I understand that a lot of those YouTube games are innocent games. I mean, they're just out there having fun, really. They're not out there meaning to do harm. But sometimes that stuff gets misinterpreted and misused. And also, I think that it's so popular out there that some of the channels that are really doing good stuff but may not be as popular because they're not shooting people, they don't get the views. So therefore, they don't put in the time, because why put in all your time to produce something if somebody else is going to go put in a shooter video and, get 1 million views because all the 14-year-old teenage boys are watching them. So I think in this case, Mary's just spouting out her opinion. I think in this case, it's a good thing. Maybe it'll, and I'm sitting there going, they're crying about it. Well, why don't you go do a game, a really good game that where you don't shoot people? You know, even if you're shooting them with paintball, why don't you go, you're creative enough, put in a game for teenage boys that challenges them, but doesn't shoot them. You know, why do you have to feed all that stuff? You know, and if you're smart enough, you could do it. And I think what's going to happen, what should happen, is some of the game producers that are doing legitimate games may get more views. Now, I don't know. I'm not, but I just, in this case, I think the Trade Commission is doing a service. And I'm sorry, Daryl Eves. I know you're having to discontinue some of your videos. I think he said he shut down a couple channels. But, and, you know, of course, they say, well, don't let the 13-year-olds on there or make it age specific. And they're going into all sorts of talking about it. I don't really care. I just opinionated that I think in this case, the Federal Trade Commission is doing a service too. A service. I kind of agree with them. Look at our culture. What are we, you know, what kind of parenting are we doing if that's all these kids watch on YouTube? You know, as a culture. I don't know. That kind of bothers me. No wonder we got these mass shootings. Tell these kids to go out and buy guns and shoot up Walmart. I'm not blaming YouTube for that, but I'm blaming our culture for that. I think that our culture needs a little taming back. I'm not for editing. I don't like editing, but I do think that the Federal Trade Commission did a good thing. And it certainly made YouTube sit up and take notice, and it's making the creators sit up and take notice. So there's a current event for you. All right. So there's my shadow box. Now, I think for my 16th week, I may put things in there. I could see a bookshelf in there, but I also may journal up here. We'll see. We'll see what I do there. But I've got 15 weeks here, and this is my 16th week. So Mary spouted off about YouTube this morning. I did my thrift haul. I created my shadow box. Now I'm going to fill the first week with library books because I went to that library book sale. So, yay. Now let's see if I can find my little book that I'm using for inspiration. Here, I should put it right with my carving tools, but I haven't. What did I do with that? Inspiration book. Inspiration book, where are you? I had it. Oh, let's open some Happy Mail. Let's open some Happy Mail next. I got Happy Mail postcard from Aunt Beck. And I got a stamp set from Suzanne Hale. This is the last. She sent me 4 things for my birthday. And this came in this week. But let's look at Aunt Beck's postcard. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? This was done from her Dirty Dozen prompts last week. She does a beautiful job. And I think she clear coated this. I'm pretty sure she did as I look at it. Oh, it's just beautiful, Aunt Beck. I love it. It says, the master has failed more times than the beginner has ever tried. So if you're a master, or if you want to be a master, just expect to fail more times than the beginner has even tried. It's a beautiful postcard, Aunt Beck. Thank you so much. She says, hi, Mary. I hope that you are having a great day. Well, happy arting, Becky. And then she put where she's from there. Beautiful, Aunt Beck. I love it. It's going in my journal. And then this is a stamp set that Suzanne sent me. And let's open it here. Grab a hold of it and see if I can open it from the back. Get my hand in there. Becky, are you still here? Are you streaming tonight? I guess I'll know by looking. Oh, wow. So it's a tree, and this looks like a journaling spot, and a bicycle, and a bird cage, and it says, happy birthday. We have to look at it this way. Let's take it out. Yeah, labels in the way. Mary and her disgust of labels. Well, there. Wishing you a happy birthday. Oh, the beauty of nature never grows old. Thinking of you. A swing set, a tree, a bird cage, a little birdie, and a bicycle, and a little girl. Oh, this is wonderful. I love it. Thank you, Suzanne. I'm loving the tape that she sent me. I'm loving the tape. Let's see if I can find my little book that I'm sketching out of. I thought I put it, here it is. I'm going to do a stamp carving. And that means I need a sheet of paper, which is right here. Come on, come on, come on, come on. This is the one I used the other day. And I need an eraser. So let me get one close by here. So these are what we're getting at Walmart. If you go to Walmart where they sell all the pens and pencils and look for these Pentel erasers, they're selling them for $1.40, I think $1.47 up around in there. And look for the package of 3. This is a good value. And I love carving on these erasers. So let's open one. Ouch. I didn't say they were easy to open. They really pack these. They pack them good. They triple and double wrap them. Because it's got this outer casing here. And once you get in and get one, you've got this casing, which has like the little bubblegum arrow thing, but I can never get a hold of that. So I always end up going in here, and it's got a little cellophane around it. And if you get a hold and get that off, then that's the second wrapping. Then after you get that off, then you got a cardboard over it. That's the third wrapping. It's worth it. All right, let me get my carving tools out. I have a gel pen. I have the speedball carving tools, which are the red. Well, you buy the set, you get 5 blades and a handle. And but I bought these 2 at Dick Blick, and this little handle came off. And so I use the scoop blade, the larger V blade, and the smaller V blade. I'm saying V as in Victor. So I think that's about all I want out of there. Mary, 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 Mary. I'll probably want to zoom in here so you guys can see things better, but let's choose something to draw here. Let me zoom in. Plus, looks fuzzy to me. I've got my autofocus is off, but things look fuzzy to me. What am I set at here? 144? No wonder it's fuzzy. I set it to 1080. If you're fuzzy, you might want to check your quality settings. That looks better. Let's go in one more because I'm going to draw and carve. And then I'll look at chat to catch up with you guys. There. Hi, Susan. She says, hi, everyone. Let's see. Let's look at live chat. Let's look at the live. She says, hi, Mary. Hi, everybody. Candy for everyone. Sherry. Hi, Sherry. I love those erasers for carving, too, when I can find them cheap and at the Dollarama. Check Walmart, because 3 for $1.47 is less than $1. In fact, it's about between 40 and 50 cents a piece. 50 times 3 is $1.50. So you're paying half the price at Walmart in a package of 3 if you bought one for $1. Just saying. Our Walmart has erasers for 25 cents a pack. Yeah, but these are the high polymer ones. Now, I have carved on the pink erasers, but these are nice to carve on. They're soft, but they're firm. They're very nice, and they're thick. They're a ½ inch thick. So I can't say too much about more than enough about these. I really like these to carve on. Oh, these razors for 25 cents a pack? Wow. Wow, that is a bargain if you found these high polymer ones for 25 cents a pack. That is a real bargain. Kendra, I'd go back and buy them out. I thought I was getting a bargain when they had that liquidation sale. They had a liquidation sale, and I was getting them at 65% off. I was paying about 80 cents for an eraser, and I thought that was a bargain. But Walmart's really come down in their price on them, so. Aunt Beck says she has 2 more boxes of Happy Mail to finish filling out today and get them mailed out. And she'll be caught up with all her mailings. Hi, Janet. Mary had the grumpies this morning, Janet. Good thing I can't hear you guys. You would be telling me to calm down. Hi, Violet. Welcome, Violet. Hi, Mitzi. They're saying hi. Starbucks said it looks awesome. Here's a link to the items I have listed right now on eBay. Aunt Beck is showing her eBay items. You want to go out and check that link and see what they're selling things on Scott's eBay site. So Aunt Beck says she's going thrifting, but only for items that she will resell on eBay. And then at the end of the 4 months, I will have money to spend on arty stuff. Yeah. I'm skipping that because I skipped the 350-mile garage sale last year. So I get to go on my junk this year. Hi, Tina. Welcome. Hi, Oja. Welcome, welcome. Aunt Beck said, I put down washi, but I'm planning to remove it when the blocks are filled. Aunt Beck is going to remove her washi tape when she fills up her shadow box. I'm going to leave mine down. Mary, do you have YouTube washi tape that is huge in your life? Just kidding. YouTube washi tape, little red diamonds. Here's the other thing. I wish YouTube would listen to me. They don't listen, so I just say what I want about them because they're not hearing me anyway. YouTube should, they give out when they hit 100,000 subscribers, they give out a YouTube button, and they do a big deal of it. It's manufactured and blah blah blah, and they show everybody. When the people hit 100,000, they get I think it's a silver button, and then when they hit 1,000,000, I think they get a subscribers, they get a gold button. Well, that's fine, but how about sending out some buttons for the smaller channels? Somebody who's hit 50,000 subscribers, somebody who's hit 10,000 subscribers, somebody who's hit 500 subscribers, or maybe 5,000. And you don't have to manufacture buttons to do that. I mean, you don't have to pay for a high quality button. You could put it on a piece of paper, YouTube. Make a mixed media piece and mail it to the YouTuber. Just to give them some encouragement. But oh no, All right, let's move on. Mary, let's see, will you do these on Friday nights or just during any live? I'm going to work on my demo one on Friday nights, Aunt Beck, if you're listening, on the shadow box. That one I showed you, that was the demo. I'll work on that on Friday nights, but the one that I'm doing for like I'm going to put in things that happen during my week, I'm going to do that during the week. So I'll have one that I demo and one that I kind of do separately. And I'll probably do the same thing with the illustrated letters. I've got 2 challenges going now for 16 weeks. You're going to do one little square, and you can do either project. One is illuminated letters, which I think are really easy. And then another one is a shadow box. And then you just do 1 square a week and you're done. It's just a little arty piece. Mitzi's here, Holly's here, Roesta's here. Aunt Beck says, I'm looking forward to doing the next block on my shadow box. Oh, I can't wait to see it. Aunt Beck does such a beautiful job on her art. I'm going to miss her so much this summer. All right. Lady True North had to leave because of buffering. At Goodwill, they go around and around with that packing tape. Yes, they do. All right. I scrolled up as much as I can. Mitzi, very happy, Becky. Received one of your postcards yesterday. Thanks so much. Aunt Beck said she enjoyed the A. Yeah, Aunt Beck's, let's go back out to Aunt Beck's Instagram, because I don't think she'll mind. And let me pull up my Instagram app and go to Aunt Beck. Search for, is it Becky? I think she's Becky Carr on Instagram. Here. And let's see. Here's her letter A, if you can see it. And what I like about Instagram is I can expand these. I can expand them. You can't expand these on their community tab. They paste them in there. But look at the detail. And that's not that hard. She just put in a block letter A. It doesn't have to be a beautiful. I just scribble mine in. I just doodle mine in. And then she did these beautiful leaves with hearts on there. Just beautiful. Now, on the community tab, I put up the 3 that Mina did. And I think Nancy, Artsy Wannabe Nancy, said that she's going to do hers as a part of her YouTube yearbook thing. And let's see, I think Violet is doing something too. I think she posted it on, I don't know if it's the shadow box or the illuminated letters. But I love seeing these. Just beautiful work. Becky Carr Macaulay. Thank you, Aunt Beck. I think Becky was a hippie in her past. I don't know about that, but I know she does beautiful work. Aunt Beck said that she enjoyed the A. Yeah, and it's just one little 3-inch square a week. So I wanted to do something to challenge, and I didn't want to make you carve an eraser. So I'm going to carve an eraser this morning. I did that baby. I did the baby carving, which you kind of have to know that it's a baby. So there's my baby carving. And I did the flapper last month, but I've just seen these and they're so darling. Let's see. I think I want to do maybe a gentleman, because there's some little men in here someplace here, but there's some smaller men here. See, these are about the size of these stamps. Look at that. They'll fit on these stamps perfectly. So let's find one that I like. Some of these are, now this is a reproduction of a 1900 Sears and Roebuck catalog. Of course, it's sized down. I think this was published in 1960. Let's see, what boy do I want to do? I want to find one that appeals to me. Some of these are kind of printed dark, so I like the ones with the cap on. This one's got a kind of like a pilot helmet on him. I like that one, but I don't like the feet being spread across. Whoops, I guess that's the last page of the smaller ones. Kind of like this one. Now the eyes are the things. Do I want to put in a face? On my baby, I put in 2 little eyes, but that was kind of hard to carve. On my flapper, I left her face blank. So let's see what you guys are saying to me. Bernadette. Hi, Bernadette. Susan says hi, Bernadette. Hi, Suzanne. I opened your stamp this morning, Suzanne. Thank you so much for the birthday present. She sent me 4 of them. She sent me a package of double-sided tape. Look at that. Yay. And she sent me 2 stamp sets and some butterfly dies. Thank you so much, Susan. Hi, Josie. Welcome. Card Chick is Josie. My Walmart had 3 erasers, 20 cents each. No other erasers. School got them. Yeah, well, 20 cents a piece for those are a good price. The high polymer ones were 25 cents a pack. Wow, that is so cool. Well, I guess they were cheaper here. I mean, the erasers weren't cheaper. Our Walmart was a little bit higher price. Aunt Beck says, I love my black velvet bell bottoms with the floral embroidery. I guess Aunt Beck was a hippie, wasn't she? All right, I'm deciding which one I want to do. I could go to a larger man here. But here's some smaller ones that are a little bit easier to see. I don't know. I could do the one with the cane and the derby. Or I kind of like the ones with the hats. He's got a top hat and I'm holding a coat. That would be a challenge. So I'm going to be carving stamps out of here. There's pocket watches and all sorts of things in here. Boots. Ooh, there's some guys in union suits. Some gals in union suits too. And hats. And bed blankets. Those would make nice border stamps, by the way. And brushes and combs. And feathers and fans. And look at those. Aren't those beautiful? All right, let's go back to my man. I'm looking for a man. I got to get inspired here. I kind of like the guy in the derby hat holding a cane. Let's do that. See if I can do that. So let's just get out. I'm going to rip that just so I have it here. And let's trace around my eraser. Where's my pencil? I need my soft leaded pencil. Did I pull it out? I pulled that out. I pulled that out. We don't need this. Here's a pencil, but it's not my soft leaded one. Where's my soft leaded pencil? Yeah. Well, I'll worry about that when I get there, I guess. Is that it? No. Did I put it back in the box? There it is. All right. All right, Mary. I want to draw. I think I'll sketch with the pen so you guys can see it better. Let me zoom in another one. Oh, I'm not even going to apologize for how grumpy I was this morning. I'm going to blame YouTube. It takes about 45 minutes for YouTube to at least give me control. And then my browser freezes up on me. And it never used to do that until they started jacking around with things with their new YouTube beta version. And it freezes my browser. They take control of your browser and they take control of your camera, and it freezes up my browser. All right. So I get angry with them. I need to come down a little, don't I? Which is a good thing. There. Maybe over that way. No, let's leave it there. Let's tear off here. Now I'm buffering. Arr. Let's fix the buffers. So, clear all my notifications. Clear out Instagram. Close my YouTube. Close that. Go back to my desktop. Open YouTube. Thank you to everybody who's come in. I appreciate your understanding this morning, today. All right, I'm going to carve the man in the derby hat. I'm going to kind of turn it this way. Can you guys still see? Let's turn I guess you guys can still see that. Let's move it over just a teeny bit. So he's got a derby hat on, which is kind of like a half circle type thing, and a hat like that. And then his head kind of, now I'm debating whether I want to try to put a face on him. I'm debating. And then he's got a bow tie on here. And his jacket kind of got a jacket. And it kind of comes this way. And his arm is coming down, and he's got a cane. His arm comes down, and I'll have to carve white in there, and his jacket comes way down. Looks like he's got a long-tailed coat on, because you can see the coat between his legs there. I don't know if I'll do that, but that's how you know. And his jacket kind of comes up in a V. See how all these other jackets are kind of squared off? Well, his comes up in a V to his waist, like that. This one does too. This one kind of is more curved. But we're going to make it go up. Let's get the other shoulder in. Now this arm, on him, this arm is put behind his back. like that. So let's do that. Let's go put in the other arm. Make it go behind his back, but you're going to have to kind of see the coat in there too, because there'll have to be a line there. And then the jacket comes up into a V up to his waist like that. His hand is holding on to a cane. Now that may not be too hard to. And then his what do they call him? He's got tapered pant legs, taper down. His pant legs taper down like that. That really wasn't so hard to sketch. Now let's put in more of the jacket, make it look a little bit more. Let's give it a collar, and it will be all of this will be carved out in the background. His jacket will be black, and I might put in some white buttons there. I don't know if I have the buttons on the right side. I think the buttons on the men go on the other side. Go on this side. Yeah. So the buttons kind of go on this side. And there'll have to be a line in there so you can see his hand. And then he's got kind of business shoes on. I don't know. I'll just kind of jot them in there somehow. That's too big of a foot, but this is just the sketch. I can shave it away on the stamp. All right, so his derby hat is black. Up here, we can kind of emphasize it. Now I'm left with the question of where I want to try to put in a face. If I do, let's sketch it there. Because if you put in a face, if you don't get it right, it looks weird. And if on this small of a piece, if I leave it blank, it doesn't. See, I left the face on my. Let's stamp these two off on the back here, just for the fun of it. On my flapper, I've got the face blank, and you can kind of visualize the face without it being drawn in there. On my baby, I put in a face, and I have to say, when you try to carve a tiny face this small, it's not bad, but it's just two little dots and a mouth. It's hard enough to draw a baby's face, let alone carve something that small. So I think, I'll have to think about it. If I put in his face, it'll just be two straight lines and a nose and maybe just a line for the mouth like that. So there he is. So let's go ahead and darken these lines with my pencil and see if I can't get this transferred better than I did the other one. The other one didn't transfer that well for me. I don't know if I just didn't press hard enough. And he's holding a cane. This cane is there. His jacket comes in here. I'll put his buttons in later. Like that. He's got kind of tapered legs. And he's got some feet in here that I'm just kind of detail when I get there. And then he's got his derby hat up here and his head. I'm not going to try to put in the eyes on this. So I think I can go ahead. Now I could carve on the other side. I might do another baby on this side and maybe another flapper there, but those are in the future. I'm going to start here. Let's cut it out. Now I drew him, well, let's see. I drew him more over to that side. I got space here that I don't have there. So I want to center this a little bit better, maybe. Move it that way a little. And maybe, let's see what I have here. Sometimes I don't get these drawings centered the best. That's pretty good. Now I go in and detail it. That's pretty good. And he looks a little weird backwards, but when you trim it off, I mean when you stamp it off, it prints the other way again and looks more like this. So let's go in and get my stamp pad and put there. Detail it. Let's give him a face. And this one, he's got little ears, but I don't know if I can get those on there. Let's see if I can get straight eyes and a nose and maybe just a little mouth like that. Hi, Ray. Let's see, what you guys talking about? Ray came in. Ain't no ladies here either. Did you guys have a troll? Guess I'm not a lady, Aunt Beck says. Everything I wear all the time. Me too, Holly. Oh, my family. Did they give me flack? I watched a young woman the other day talking about a lady, what a lady should not wear. Oh, dear. Yeah. Let's see. Let's put his bow tie. He's got kind of a bow tie coming here. And his jacket comes this way. And his neck comes down that way. What should a lady not wear? Leggings? I suppose leggings. Now this side is what I'm sketching here is this arm. And he's got his hand behind his back. Let's make it go a little bit further down like that. And there'll be a line coming there. And I think I decided his coat has the buttons on. Oops, I'm going to have to put them on this side here. There. And all this will be in black. His coat will be in black. And then he's got long, narrow legs, but you can't see them all for the coat covers up most of his legs to almost to his knees, not quite. His knees will come in right in there. And his pants are tapered down like that. And then he's got some business type shoes on. Now on this side, he's walking with a cane. So let's put his hand in there and the cane. And let's see, let's make that collar go out a little more. His jacket kind of comes like that. I don't know. I don't like this. It seems a little off to me over here. I think it should be a little skinnier. And then his jacket will be tapered up. Now I may carve out, I don't know, I may make his jacket black and his pants a lighter color. I don't know if I want to do that or not, and put a crease up his legs there. A crease in there. I think I'll do that. Let's see what he turns out to be. Let's get carving him. Let's start by outlining him. And I think I got his shoulder a little bit too thick on this side, so I'm going to kind of come in there. I think that might be a little better. He's got a derby hat. I watched a young woman the other day talking about what a lady would wear. Guess I'm not a lady. Hi, Ray. Ain't no ladies here either. Allie K. Hi, Allie K. She says, I love bell-bottom jeans. However, since I'm short, I always end up having to cut off the flare part. Why do they make pants so long? I don't know, Allie K. To irritate you. Anything to cause some irritation. I don't think that the same with YouTube. They serve a certain base, and if you're not in that base, then you don't get served. You're there, but you're not really listened to. You're not really acknowledged. If I had 1 million subscribers, they would probably listen to me a little bit better. I'm sure the AI engine is listening to me. He's probably recording every word I say. And they were fined for $170 million. Now, I wonder how much of that they'll actually pay. Wouldn't that be interesting to see? But I don't know. I thought about doing children's videos. Now I'm glad I didn't. And the reason I didn't do any children's, I thought about doing a children's video, a channel for children, just with stories and that. But I gave that idea up because I'm not going to put out crap. You know, some of the language on some of those videos were just, I was horrified. I know that we're, there's children are exposed to bad language just in everyday life. That's a given. But why do we have to feed it? And I think my videos and all my effort would get lost because, mine would be considered dull. You know what I'm saying? So I just didn't. I gave it up. I gave the idea up. I got to do my art videos. And I like you guys. And I still get buried under popular channels. But, hey, I'm fine with where I'm at. I'm fine. And I don't think any of my children, I got Mitzi. Mitzi's kind of children oriented, but I don't have anything out there with her that would get, I think that would get demonetized. She hasn't been demonetized, my Mitzi videos. And then the only other one that would be even remotely child related would be my Sebastian video, my Halloween story of 2017. So I'm not too worried about my channel being hit, but I guess some of the channels are really going to get hit because they put up crap. I'm sorry, they put up crap in the first place. If they're that smart, they should figure out a way to put up good videos that children would enjoy without feeding the crap. Why do you have to feed the crap? You can't tell me that the only thing children enjoy is foul language and shooting. You know, and children are smarter than that. Yeah, there could be some shooting as far as bubble games and that, but I think YouTube would probably be, and they'll probably be, except some shooter games. But where you go out there and use a machine gun, hey, give me a break, even on a game video. I wouldn't let my children watch them. Of course, I don't have children. I'm just a crappy old aunt. I wouldn't let my kids watch them. If I were a guardian or something, I wouldn't let them watch it. And that was one of the other discussions, that children over 13 shouldn't be allowed on YouTube anyway. Their parents let them do it, so they're saying it's a parent control thing. FTC should sue the parents, I guess. I don't know. I'm not too worried about it for my channel, but I thought it was interesting. And, I don't think that if the FTC commission would have made it for a smaller amount, I mean, YouTube would have probably ho-hummed it. That's why they put up that horrendous fine, so that YouTube would stand up and take notice, say, hey, we can't tolerate this on our platform. So, and I also think that by doing it, they give some of the more legitimate channels that put up good videos more chance to get exposure. I mean, there are good channels out there for kids and for 13-year-olds that probably aren't getting the exposure because all the views are going to crap videos. Mary's got an opinion this morning. Mary's still hasn't dropped it. Although I'm liking my man here. He's coming along fine. He's coming along fine. All in all, though, as much as I crab about YouTube, they do give us a platform to do our videos on. So I appreciate that. And as much as I crab about what they're doing with the streaming, at least I can still get out here and stream. I have a hard time controlling my videos sometime because they got control of my browser. I wish they'd give me control back. It just jumps around. I'm going to uninstall my Chrome and reinstall it and see if that'll help me any, but I don't think it's my Chrome. I think it's YouTube. I think it's the way that it's trying to communicate with their server. And it has to go now through their control. If I click mute, it takes a minute for it to even turn it on mute, and I went and hung up the phone. Well, when I come back, it had muted it. And then you guys couldn't hear anything, and I couldn't get it unmuted. They wouldn't let me unmute it. So I'm going to try to uninstall my Chrome and reinstall it and see if that'll help. But I don't have any good hopes for that. And then when I try to sign off, it won't let me sign off. It won't let me sign off. I have to either go Control-Alt-Delete and crash the thing, or go to my old, on my phone, to my old beta version and close it out there in the live control room. Now they're announcing that they're going to take the live control room off of the old beta version. So I don't know what I'm going to do there. It won't let me. And when I try to go to the new on my phone, it won't do anything. It's dead in the water. And so I got an idea I might try, but I have to talk to my favorite tech about it, see if I can't get a direct link to the control room. All right. They put me dead in the water with their new controls. And that bothers me a lot. Mary's just talking. She's got to get it out of her system. I'm carving. Let's carve this man's coat. And it comes way up to his waist here. And let's see, his jeans come in there. And I need his hand to come in to there. And I should probably leave that cane alone until I see how it's going to print. His hand is behind his back over on this side. The only thing I don't like about these erasers is they could be, instead of 2x1, they could be 3x5 or something like that. I'd love a 3x5 piece of this same and a 1/2 inch thick. I'd love something like that. That's the only complaint I have about this as a carving material, is it's not big enough, because I can only do small stamps on it. Now, let's go ahead and bring his coat collar up this way. And this way. And carve it in here, here, and there. Yes, yes. And here, here, and there. That's pretty good. Now I need to make a line in there going up. I'm just about ready to print this off. Not quite. I need to do some more around his pants here. Carve this a little bit better. When you carve toward your fingers like I am now, you want to go slow so that you don't slip and kill yourself. Try to always carve away from your fingers. Now I want to put in some lines here on his pants. Creases. A crease there. And a crease there. Now I didn't carve his face. And I got his bow tie. I need to carve out his bow tie. Oh, how that's going to look with his jacket there. I think I kind of nicked it. We will see when it prints off. And around his neck. This is what's hard, is this face. Now, do I want to try to carve out features? They're really tiny. Well, I could try it, and then if it doesn't work, I could carve them out. See, I need a smaller tool to carve with than even this number 1 blade. When you're carving and you have something in that V blade, you can really tell it, even though you can't see it very well. I wonder what I got here. Let's put a band around his derby here. Let's carve a band. Let's stamp him off and see what I have. Let's see what I have. Now, I think I stamped off here. I'm going to put the man over here. Shall we make him go up further? Let's make him go up further. Let's make him go over here. Maybe even here in the corner. Where's my... glue stick in here. Alrighty. Look. Now I'll probably have to clean him up a little. I'm sure I will. Until you ink them up, you can't really see what you need to clean up. Am I in view? Move it over this way a little. Ooh, pretty cool. Now, let's get my pen here. I clean up some little dots in there, maybe round that hat off. I want to make his cane a little bit thinner. Clean up in there. Maybe clean up this area here a little more. Maybe clean up his tie and shirt in there. Maybe make that a little, whoops. Sorry about that. You guys aren't seeing him, are you? There he is. So let's clean him up a little here. So the hat, we want to clean up the little spots in here. Some little inky spots in there. Really hard to carve that small. And I think the point on that hat is happening over here on this side. So I'm just going to kind of blunt it off a little if I can. And maybe make it a little bit more round. And there. Oops, that may have been a mistake. Yeah. I'm messing it up. Leave it like that. Now his neck area is way dark. So I want to carve in there. Like so. Take that out. Now he doesn't have a neck. I don't think he had a neck to begin with, but I might draw a little line in there. And I think I said I wanted to clean this area up a little right in there. So I just want to take my blade and straighten it out a little. And his cane, I want that a little thinner. Yeah. And if I can, a little thinner in here. without ruining it like I just did. Doggone it. I'm going to leave that. And maybe down here at the base. Down at the base. And still have this around in there. And what else was I going to clean up? The cane. Oh, this foot area in here. Sometimes it gets a little hard to carve around the edge of the stamp. That's why I like to edge it first. Yeah. Let's stamp him off again. See if he looks any better or any worse. Allie K says, I love the bell-bottom jeans. Oh, let's see. Well, I'm way behind you guys. Wow, you're chatting away. I'm way behind you. Am I the only one that blows their screen to get rid of the shavings? You blow the screen thinking that you're going to get the shavings? That's funny. Let's stamp him off, see if he looks any better. I kind of like him if I haven't messed him up. I don't know what. Oh, yeah, I'm going to. Well, Inktober. For Inktober, I'm going to do ink drawings of vintage items, like a typewriter or telephone or non-animate things. I haven't decided what I'm going to do for Carved December. Kind of happy with that. Whoops, went up too high. It's kind of hard to get it where you guys can see it. Up, 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 up. Up, up. Maybe around his eye there. Around the eye and that white area on his chin are really the only places I see. Maybe I could. I'm pretty happy with everything else. Maybe on this shoulder, just a teeny bit, clean up the shoulder a little. I shaved away too much off of his derby there, but I'm not going to touch it. I'll shave more. So his eye is a little dark over here on this side, but it's really hard to get in there. without messing everything up, which I might have done. Just really hard to get that eye. It's a little better. Now let's see if I can't thin out the face just a teeny bit. The face line. You need more exact carving tools. You need teenier things. This is small, but it needs and it needs to have a magnifying glass on it. We need a blade that's teeny and tiny, but has a magnifying glass so you can see what you're doing, almost like a laser. Only I wouldn't be using a laser on this. Probably kill my hand. But it needs to be a precision point. And that's the problem. Even with the number 1 V blade, you can't get the precision that you need to do a good job. I don't like his chin area. And I'm afraid to touch it anymore. Like that area right there. Can't thin it out a little. Yeah, let's see what damage I did to his face. He might stamp off okay. I wish I wouldn't have messed this up. I said I wasn't going to touch it. Now I'm touching it. All right, let's stamp him one more time. He isn't going to be perfect. He's a... Oh, shall I put buttons on his suit? Maybe go right in. You have to go on this side. Where's my... I don't know if I can put little buttons on there or not. Oops. Well, there you go. That was too much. That's the way it is. Should have left it. I can fill that in with a pin if I don't like it. Oh, I don't like it at all. What did you do to him? Maybe it's my stamping job. Let's stamp him again. I wish I wouldn't have tried that. I nicked it. I could probably try to fill that in with... Oh, I'll fill it in here with a pen. But you know what I've done before? Let me stamp him off and I'll show you what I've tried before. Whoops. Let's stamp him off down here. Let's stamp him off here. We got a ghost there tipping over. Well, he's not too bad. I got some gunk in here. Gunk there. Now, I don't like this button right there. So what I'm going to try to do is put a little glossy accent in there, just a dot of it. Of course, that'll have to dry. But I think that'll fill it in. See, and now I shaved away. I would not have shaved away enough, a lot in there. He needs more in there. I shaved away too much, but oh well. I like his face better, but I shaved away on that collar. I wish I wouldn't have done that. Let's see if that made any difference. I don't like his head area. I think I messed him up by the time I got to there. I like this one better. But oh well, that's how you learn. The tiny heads are hard to draw. That's still showing the that's still accepting ink. I mean, it's not plugged in yet. I want to plug it in and I have to let it dry. I don't know if I can fill it in or not. Let's try to fill it in. So that's still too big. I'm experimenting. I've really have only done this once, and it wasn't on a little spot like this. This might just still leave a white space because it's got a raised area on it. Let's see how it stamps. I'm playing with it. Although it covered most of it. Oh, see what it happened? Because I tried to fill that in there. I've got glossy accents around in there. Let's see if I can. Where's my pen? What do I do with my pen? I messed him up. Penelope's in the other room. Here, let's try this one. I don't know if I can get that glossy accent off or not. Mary has to mess up. You have to try. I got my little spot out of there. My little spot. Was that my little spot? No? Is it still there? Well, you guys can't see. Good. You can't see. I messed him up in there. Oh, I cleaned him up again. I didn't get that side inked. That's okay. I just didn't get that side inked. Let's try him again. Let's move my camera here. Mary's playing. Wrong way, Mary. You always go the wrong way first. All right. I worked on him too much. I messed him up. This is why you want to get erasers that are not expensive. That's not too bad for the final image. Come on. Trying to show it to you. So, if I had my druthers, what I would do, like, where's my pen? I would have a line coming across here. And that area needs to be cleaned up a little. Ignore all of this. It's just bad stamping in here. I wish I could. I think what I'm going to do is I want to try to fill this. And I tried to fill it with, I'm going to try to fill it with some of this. I'm not sure glossy accents is the thing to do it with, though. Now I lost my second pen. I don't put them where I can find them again. Here it is. Maybe a dab. Let's try just a dab of modeling paste. I'm experimenting. And when I say a dab, I mean a dab. If I can get out a dab. Just need some water. I'll put some water in there. Let's put a teeny bit. On my I don't know if modeling paste will stay on there forever. it could chip off. All righty, let's stamp her up. I don't think the one on the shoulder is going to do much good, but I could get fooled. I'll stamp it and see if I covered in that button any. I'm trying to get rid of that big button right there, right under his collar is what I'm going for. And I don't think I've accomplished it. Because, well, maybe I'm just not inking enough. I might have done better. Yeah, no. Yeah, see, I pulled it out. I pulled it out. Guess I'll leave it. I'll leave it. It bugs me. Nothing about it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like my stamp. I got his hat all messed up. I got gunk on his hat. Just ignore me. I'm making a mess. This is what I do when I experiment. I make messes. All right, I'm going to try him one more time in here. Let's see how he stamps up. I like the shape of him. I like who he is. I just didn't get the detail that I wanted on him. Well, that's a little better. I think I'll leave him alone. Let's zoom out. Doop, 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 doop. Got a lot of men there. When you look at him, when you're not looking, when you look at him from a distance, he doesn't look all that bad, does he? When you look at him close up, and even when I'm looking at him, his nose is messed up. I need to clean his face a little. it's so dark I can't see them too well because of all the ink in there. That's what I was trying to do, was clean them up a little. My Penelope stamp. Look how black my Penelope stamp is. I can hardly see her face on there, but she still stamps pretty good, but I never clean her. I never clean her, and she still stamps pretty good. But sometimes if you don't clean your stamps, you can get into a mess. I've used and used and used her. It's probably about time for me to carve another one. See, well, it's got, her face is black there because of the underneath part, but she still stamps. Let's stamp her down here. Come on, Penelope. Show them what you look like. But this was the when I started carving again. See, this is a pink eraser. Just a pink eraser. I probably got it at Walmart or the store. And it's the first stamp that I've carved when I started carving again. But I carved her left eye out. So when I use her, I go back in and draw in her eyes like that. And she's pretty good. This part in here is wearing off. See, I really do wish that I could get into these smaller areas easier than I can. Even with this small blade, it's really hard to get into those tiny, tiny, tiny areas in there. You just have to barely touch it. Let's try it one more time here. But this is why you want to get, you just want to keep practicing. Small faces are hard to draw, let alone to carve. There he is. This is the final. He's not too bad. Oh, there goes my phone again. I'm going to go hang the thing up. Look like somebody with a Arabic name. Probably calling from Iran or someplace. All right. So I'm pretty happy with the final one. It's not perfect. But I'll just keep carving. So I showed you, I did my shadow box, and I carved my man, and I showed you my thrift haul. That's what I did today. I'm really, for those of you who didn't see this game is a repro of Milton Bradley's very first game. It's called The Checkered Game of Life. And the board looks like this, which I think is really cool. Well, come on, open up for me. The board looks like this, The Checkered Game of Life. And I have to read the rules. It doesn't look like a hard game to play. There's only one that confuses me, and that's the, let's see. idleness leads to disgrace, and it's pointing down. It's pointing down. Crime goes to prison, and it points down. But I don't see a prison on all these others where it says matrimony. Let's see, gambling to ruin. Oh, these are all the downers here. Here, let's turn it this way. Let's look at this one. See, this one says ambition to fame, and here's fame over here. Bravery to honor. Oh, there's disgrace. Idleness goes over to here to disgrace. Here's prison. Oh, so you must jump somehow. I'd be interested to read the rules, but the only pieces of this are, they've got these little pointer tools, little gauge tools. And they got number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then they've got a spinner that spins like that, I suppose. And they've got this, and I suppose you keep score somehow like this. And I imagine that when you land on pieces, you probably get the points until you get up to 95. I'll bet that's how it goes. Number 1 square up or down. Number 2 is right or left. Number 6 is diagonal in either direction. So, and then you got your little pieces that you move, your little checker pieces. So I'm going to read the rules. It might be fun to just play this. 2 or more players, but it might be fun to play with 2 players, you against you. Maybe I'll read the rules and do that in some stream, just for the fun of it. I love the lithography. I love the pictures on this. I bought this for the box itself. I love this. I think this is nice. I love the box. So I went through my thrift haul. I put the shadow box. I did that, and then I carved my little man here. But he didn't end up being too bad. He didn't end up being too bad over there, my final one. He's not perfect, but he's not bad either. So that's what I did today. Thanks for watching. I'll let you guys go. I don't know if Aunt Beck's going to stream tonight. Is she still in here? Did she say she was going to stream tonight or not? Yeah, I've got to read the rules. There's a rule sheet to it, Susan. Shoots. Did Aunt Beck have to leave? I bet she did. She was working with her Happy Meal, putting on the Ritz. From a distance, he looks like a good carving. It looks like Aunt Beck. Do you guys know she said if she was going to stream tonight? Did you guys catch that? I don't know if she said. She did go. Okay. Well, if she's not on, if Aunt Beck is not on at 7 o'clock tonight, I'm going to come on at 7:30 tonight. But I'll check to see if she's streaming first. If she's streaming, I'm going to go watch her. She said no stream tonight? Okay. Well, then look for me tonight around 7:30. And I might, she is not. Thank you, Holly. Thank you, Giovanna. All right. I might carve another stamp. I want to finish Mitzi's football player so I can get it to her. And, I'll do a dirty dozen. We're going to do a dirty dozen first thing. So, and I might, I don't know where I'm going to get the prompts. I might just go pull some prompts from, I think I saved off a prompt off of one of the Ustream gals. I think I got some prompts. We'll do those. We'll do a dirty dozen first thing. Because I want to honor Aunt Beck's time slot. All right, everybody, bye. Thanks for putting up with my grumpies earlier on. And I'll see you later. It's going to take me a little bit to sign off here. Have a great day.